Welcome back, everyone. Next up, we have Danavation Technologies Corp. It trades on the OTCQB under the symbol DVNCF and on the CSE under the symbol DVN. It is a North American founded and headquartered technology company providing digital smart labels and a software platform as a service solution that enables companies across various sectors to automate labeling, price, product, and promotions in real time. Danavation's digital smart labels enhance data accuracy and improve performance by removing high labor costs and low productivity typically associated with traditional labor-intensive workflows. Please welcome its president and CEO, John Ricci. Welcome, John.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity of being here today. Danavation, let me give you a little bit of a background where I came from. Danavation was incorporated in 2018. However, we started with my company, Dana Industries, approximately 30 years ago. So giving you a background of where I come from is relevant to this business. Dana Industries is in this space, shelf talkers, visual merchandising, signage, store fixtures, shopping carts, baskets, trolleys. We have a pipeline of business. We deal with most of the top retailers in Canada and many of the top retailers in North America. We are Walmart's largest supplier of at-shelf visual merchandising, signage, blades, danglers, wobblers, mod label holders, etc. We carry that business forward to this day. It's run by a solid team, a partner, GMs, operation managers, etc. Runs itself. It's a repeat business. So successfully running that business for 30 years. We started playing around in 2016 in the digital world, looking at ways, looking into the future of retail and listening to our customers. And we kind of got wind of the technology that was happening in Europe at the time. And these were what was kind of taking over the interior landscape of retail in Europe with a current 90% adoption rate. 2016, 2017, 2018, we spent developing, perfecting a system. In 2018, we incorporated Danavation Technologies, Inc., still an offshoot of Dana Industries. And we had some market interest. I had some personal friendships on some investment people that we socialized, and they came into the building and they looked at our product line and thought the technology was a lot different than what our current product line was. They don't compete. One accents the other and enhances the other. 2018, we decided to go public. In 2019, it was about a year and a half to do that process. And we went public smack in the middle of COVID. So a real challenging time for the world. I didn't meet any investors face to face. Everything was done on Zoom. So end of 2020, and I was doing 80 to 90 investor calls every 2 weeks. The beginning of January 2021, we went public on the CSE, DVN, as you see here, offering groundbreaking digital smart labels to automate labeling, pricing, product information, and promos in real time. We are the only company in this playground, grounded and founded in North America. We're a Canadian company. We design and engineer our own hardware and software in-house, and I've got a strong pipeline of business to support things that are starting to happen in the future. Why do investors choose Danavation? Commercial stage tech company. We're not a theory or a rumor or a hope to be. Increasing annual recurring revenue model. Experienced management aligned with shareholders. North American-based provider of digital smart labels. Large market potential and growing customer base. A $5 billion plus market in North America. Smart label market expected to be $18 to $30 million or billion dollars, by 2031. This information is widely available on the internet. You can see what's happening and the excitement in this industry. If you look at, as I mentioned, Europe has a 90% adoption rate. We're sitting at about an 8 to 10% adoption rate in North America. A lot of the big guys now are going digital. They're putting them in select number of stores. So we're right there at the right time. we would have missed a couple of opportunities early on, but simply because we weren't around. But we've come to be known as the local boys, and we have one advantage that no one else can offer any company in North America, and that's our home field advantage as we promote it. Why do clients choose Danavation? We offer an excellent ROI, making client transition easy. In a lot of cases, it's 6 months to 1.2 years. Only a North American-based provider. Proprietary technology, we have 4 patents in the filing process right now. A cost-effective system, a do-it-yourself system, cloud-based. We can drop ship to 100 locations next week, and with a series of pre-programming protocols, operational videos and YouTube videos and instructional videos, and the trainer trains the trainer model. We're able to scale quickly and efficiently with help from our customers doing their own installs. An install can be done in, depending on the size of a store, 5 to 7 days. Premium services, in-house software, engineering team, 24/7 access and tech support, disaster recovery management. One of the key factors right now with our business is our security protocols. Our server base is North American. It's a safe, secure system. Our competitors can't boast that. Our competitors come from outside of North America. The problems, if you go to a grocery store, you'll see that this was the old way of doing business, right? Replacing 2,000, 5,000 SKUs in a week involves printing labels on paper, whether it's at store or third-party marketing companies, drop shipping it to, let's take 100 locations, you're changing 3,000 SKUs. It's a time-consuming, labor-intensive, tedious process that's error-prone. We can take that away with a click of a keystroke. You can batch all your prices on a schedule. You can change, I'm giving you the short version here. You can change 3,000 prices in 15 minutes, set the schedule to 12:01 a.m. tomorrow morning. And when all your managers walk into the stores tomorrow morning, everyone's, all prices are updated. 100%, the system talks back to itself, and we do a series of checks to make sure everything is done in time and efficiently. High labor costs, incorrect prices, low productivity, static pricing. This is a day and age of changing pricing rapidly to manage inventory levels, to manage margin, to manage your competition. All critical areas to lead toward operational efficiency in today's day and age in retail. Solutions, automation, omni-channel, increased profitability, AI dynamic pricing, automation, reducing labor, limiting labor at the shelf, omni-channel, boosting engagement, positive showrooming, offering consistent web-to-shelf pricing, increased profitability. We talk about paper savings and labor savings, but when you start looking at margin analysis, managing perishables, produce, your loss rates, this is money that you capture monthly that you really don't see unless you're really taking a fine line look at your bottom line on a monthly basis. A lot of grocery stores don't do that, especially when you're making money, because when you're making a lot of money, you're probably losing money, but it doesn't seem too important because you're too busy making it. And what most retailers do is this factor a percentage that they hope covers it. Our secret sauce is going to be the software that runs the system. So we are a software company. We're getting our hardware out to the masses. We make a solid margin on the hardware when we do a deal, and we make a solid recurring number on a monthly basis. Our warranties, our software, our security, and everything else we choose to put in that monthly, that will constantly increase as you run the system. Our goal right now is to, when we can, drop the cost of hardware while increasing the software, which sits at a 90 plus, 95% plus margin, as you would know if you're in a software business. Groundbreaking digital e-paper displays, heat-proof, waterproof, freezer-grade proof. We can put anything on a tag that you could imagine. So if you have a tag that's got a photograph, description, and anything that you want to put on there, product reviews, QR codes, anything can be done in our system. Our system basically interacts with your POS system. We bond with it, and we pull data that you allow us to pull. So very safe and secure system as well. Exciting thing in our business, in our world, or our vertical markets, we're strictly not just a company focused on food retail or non-food retail. Healthcare facilities, wine, spirits, and retail, logistics, manufacturing, DCs, automotive manufacturing facilities, going into sporting arenas, stadiums, with a system that's very unique in terms of the advertising world. So we're opening up other markets on a monthly basis. Target markets, so as I mentioned, grocery, retail, healthcare, warehouse, DCs, military supply chains, similar to warehousing distribution, but managing their maintenance protocols and managing the 25 to 80,000 inventory SKU items at a military base, animal services and shelters, and updating information on a pet in a kennel, things like that. So anywhere where real-time pricing or real-time information, it was critical to the success of your business, would be a market for digital smart labels. Market opportunities, I mentioned, over $5 billion market in North America. These numbers are probably on the low end. We could update a deck at some point, but we know that digital is here to stay. 2 years ago, when we were presenting our system to our customers, it was something that they loved, and it was, oh, we would love to have this at some point. It'd be nice to have. 2 years into it, in 2023, it's a have-to-have system now. So now we're getting our customers calling us and wanting immediate install. And I could fast forward to more customers. I can just give you some of the customers we're working with in North America. So we're with Sobeys in Canada, the LCBO, Toys R Us, Ace Hardware in the US, True Value in the US, IGA, Macadoodles, some independent liquor stores, but we get promoted within from both Ace Hardware and True Value. We continue to grow our store numbers in North America with those two banners that hold collectively over 10,000 locations. So when we attract business like that, we know we're doing something right. We're getting a pretty good reputation as being doers with a clean, efficient system that's very cost effective. And the security protocols that we've shown our customers make us, we're second to nobody. So we offer a very safe, secure system. We have all types of ROI analysis and test cases and case studies on our website, but just a quick one. If you take an average grocery store, changing prices, this is a real number, changing prices with file manager teams that they have in the store equates to around $87,000 a year for one store. The system could be put in its place for $4,200 a month, so $50,000, $60,000. What you get with the system is it'll manage everything for you. It will make price changing possible. Not that companies would do it, but if you wanted to change prices every day, you could, every hour. But this price never goes up. Doesn't matter how many times you change pricing, you're still going to see this number. So it's consistent. If you're in a grocery store and you have a traditional paper system and you're changing those SKUs and printing paper, adding labor, that across the board, North America-wise, is steadily increasing. And our minimum wage in Quebec and Ontario went up $1 effective May 1st. It's already been hit. Ontario got hit, I think, a couple months ago. Labor's going up, not to mention finding labor. So it's not only about your labor is increasing, but having access to quality employees is very difficult. To keep them, you're never going to be paying minimum wage regardless. So, these minimum wages that you're seeing, $16, $17, when you factor those wages into a company when you're doing a full-time hire, when you start adding the WSIB and insurance and what does it actually cost you to have an employee in the store, you're looking at an hour number. Now we're starting to see that at that point where this is making it real easy to justify putting a system in your store that's going to give you stable costs and help manage not just your paper and your labor, but your margins and everything to do with running your store's pricing strategy can be done with the digital smart label system. Illustrating the revenue potential, having these large stores. To put it in perspective, a large store hardware complement is $160 to could be $200,000 for the initial hardware, sitting at a high margin of anywhere between 30 and 45%, and then the recurring revenue number. So as you can see, as we scale, and we're out of our startup mode, now we're into getting the multiple store deals, which we've been doing, and over the past couple of months. If you follow our press releases, we've signed on PV as a Canada wide rollout that we're working with. Starting with the first 2 stores, but that's going to be a staged rollout. Toys R Us is coming up through the pipeline. We've done a couple of hundred Sobeys software installs that are pre-DSL. We're in the LCBO awaiting RFQs, and another one's BMR groups in Quebec, Farm Saves. Quebec is turning into a very good market for us, so we're quite happy with what's happening there. But the point of what this business now is, we're beyond the piloting stage of doing one store. Our customers, previous customers and current or upcoming, know the benefits of the system. They've done their homework. It's kind of out there now, and we're getting a feeling that now is the time to do it. So we're very happy with the future of our business and where we're heading. Current cap table. If you have any questions on stuff like this, feel free to give me a call and get you a deeper dive with my CFO and my finance team. I just wanted to keep this as to the point as possible, and some information, just recapping what and who we are. And I'm just kind of rushing through this, but I welcome phone calls. I welcome visits to our office in Vaughan, Ontario. I can look to see people. I answer my phone, I answer my email. So if anybody wants to fire off any questions at this point, I can pass it on to Anna and fire away.
Yes, great job, John. Okay, let's jump into some questions. We have a question from Nat Lambert talking about Danavation. How long has it been in Walmart? And that's very impressive. So are you in all of them? And are they converting to the smart labels?
Walmart, we're waiting for their IT to give us their store. So that's deal was signed in November. When we have, like, if you were to ask me what are the stumbling blocks, what are your blockers here? It would be some IT department. So a lot of companies have to get their POS systems and ERP systems in order. Some of them are changing them when we get in there midstream. So we're just waiting for the go-ahead to, we know which location it's going to be. We're just waiting for the go-ahead in their IT department for that.
Okay. And Terry Floyd says, this is very interesting. Can the platform be programmed to adjust price based on inventory?
Yeah, I know you're talking about one of our upcoming. So I mentioned we mentioned dynamic pricing. At some point, and there'll be a charge for this. This system, you won't even have to do any thinking. The system will put product at a price that the system scanning a wide range of stores for various, could be due to weather conditions or some event that happened, or just competitive analysis the system will do. It will give you the optimal price of that particular product to that time of day, based on the weather conditions. This is what the price will be, and it will price your products accordingly for you.
And Glenn Reese asks more about the Timber Mart location. What is it worth to you over the 12 months following implementation? And what other locations, or how many other locations, are you planning to bring in over the next 12 months?
That's a good one. So Timber Mart, I actually love that because I actually had part in that. So it was north of New Liskeard, Ontario. That's the first of 500, and we got corporate buy-in on that. So the next 12 months, the beautiful thing with this business, especially in these models like the Timber Marts and Ace Hardwares and their True Values, they're independently owned. So it becomes word of mouth, and they have store owners are well within their right to do anything they want in the stores, providing head office kind of backs up what you want to do. And we have backing up from Timber Mart. So, we're hoping a Timber Mart, which is I think this is $140,000 or $160,000 store. Very nice stores if you've ever been to one. Well, it could be 10, 20, 30, 50. We're seeing that with Ace Hardwares. They're just starting to snowball now. Now we're getting, state to state, somebody sees a store and they want it. We get invited to industry-specific trade shows. So when we do a trade show for Ace or True, we're the only DSL vendors allowed there. So we're doing their reunion shows, and we get the walkthroughs from the store owner operators. And it's only our product that's getting promoted from corporate. So we're happy with that. That number will depend on as quick we can do outreaches. We do our marketing now. When we get one or two, the beautiful thing for us is we're in the one with corporate backing that now gives us carte blanche to start marketing into every other location. So yeah, we're excited. It could be, I couldn't even say a limit. We're at least 10, 20. We're getting that with the Aces and Trues right now. We're on the verge of rolling out Toys R Us. We did their flagship at Young and Steeles, and they're in expansion mode. I don't know if you saw Canadian Tire's press release today about them buying some Bed Bath & Beyonds. Toys R Us bought the rest, and they're converting them. So there's a lot of good things happening with this.
Well, a follow-up from Candy. How many people does a traditional box store need to manage your system, and how many hours per week will they spend?
That's a good question. If you look at a traditional store, you have a file manager. It could be a 4-person team. Sometimes it's a 1-person team doing all the work. This system doesn't have to be managed by anybody. You put the system on your platform. It connects to your POS. The person that's changing and batching the pricing, the traditional way of doing it would be, I'm batching 2,000 price SKU changes, and I have to send them out to all the different stores. They have to be executed by store managers and their teams. At the point I'm batching, so I know I'm doing these 2,000 prices in all regions, because you can go regional, you can go store by store, but let's say you're doing 2,000 consistent price changes in all the regions in Canada, or in whatever, 100 stores, 3,000 SKU changes, and I just hit enter, and I have it set for 12:01 a.m. It's done. It's done. It's done. There's no maintenance required. No one has to make sure of anything. Now, so you could, the only thing you could do is if you want to start changing things around and adding SKUs or whatever, but you could schedule your sales, your price reductions, everything. You can set months ahead of time. You can be sitting on a beach with your laptop managing your system if you choose to do that. Most companies put a bypass in, so store managers and employees cannot change pricing at store level. The only thing a manager would be able to do was clearance, just because clearance changes from store to store, depending on the product. But other than that, it's a maintenance-free system that operates everything to do with your pricing strategy in your store, including managing margins. You can set up your 25,000 SKUs, and you can put a percentage that you want to maintain a certain margin, regardless of what exchange rate, the cost of goods, freight, things that are rapidly changing, competitive situations. The system will manage your margins for you without anyone having to look at it.
We also have a question from Bill asking, more about the revenue. You talked about the management revenue model. Do you have some sort of model? Is it a subscription based? If you could hash that out, that would be great.
That's correct. So it's like a cell phone. I mean, you want to get monthly cell phone users, but you can't get monthly cell phone users unless they have a cell phone in their hand. So we're putting the hardware in the hands of our customers, but we're not giving it to them. So we're charging for it. And then your monthly depends on what features you want the software to run for you. I mean, we can have a base feature and you're going to pay X. When you start talking about dynamic pricing and margin analysis and increasing, making your system more secure, we're capturing data. We own the data. At some point, that data is going to be sold back to our customers. If you like it, it's going to cost you X amount more per month. So we're putting the hardware out there. We build our tags that are capable of right here, of taking anything software-wise. They're all over-engineered, 10-year battery life. Then we're going to put software in, and we're going to offer to our customers, and the software is going to be able to, the tags are able to handle all the upgraded software elements, like the EV market, building EV car, and then on your screen, on your apps, if you want heated seats, the all-wheel drive, and all the other little features that you pay for, the cars are going to be built from the factory that have all these features built in, and you can enable them for a price. We're doing the same thing. So as we develop software streams, you'll start seeing more and more of that. And then it even goes to our warranties and our service. If you want to have the 1 hour to 3 hour service, you want somebody there, et cetera, you'll pay more for it. And this is a standard model. Just if you go to, there's a Miele furniture appliance gallery, and you can buy a dishwasher at 3 different price points. And at the price point that you pay depends on the warranty, service, and everything else that goes with it. And, most people, 70% are paying more for the product that they'd rather have the peace of mind. Just like, you buy a car, right? Tire warranties and your rims. If you scratch a rim, and you're going to pay more a month. So everything starts adding up. And, a lot of these car configurators now, you start seeing they're adding additional features when you're adding to your quote. And they're quoting it at $1.10 a day, 75 cents a day for little simple little things, but it all goes towards their monthly. That's the model that we're working towards. So that's a good question.
Wonderful. Well, John, we've got a lot more good questions for you, but we are out of time to keep this conference running on schedule. But this is fascinating stuff. So we'll send you these questions so you can answer on your own. And we would love for you to come back to give us some updates.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. And like I said, if anyone wants to reach me on my website, I'm easy to access, and I answer my phone calls and my emails. So I appreciate the opportunity, Anna. And I thank everybody for taking the time to be with me today.
Wonderful. Thank you, John. We'll see you again soon.
Thanks. Take care.
Okay, everyone, stay with us. We'll be right back with our next presenter.